This video lesson is part of my video course that teaches how to deploy Spring Boot microservices on AWS Elastic Container Service. Before we push our Docker image to a container registry, I wanted to give you a brief comparison of the two container registry services that I will use in this video course. In the following lessons, I'll show you how to push Docker image to Elastic Container Registry, which is on the left side of my slide, and also to a Docker Hub, which is on the right side of my slide. And Amazon Elastic Container Service that will run our Docker images, it can pull Docker image from both of these services. So you can use any one of these two. But there are a few differences that you might want to consider before starting to use one of these services. Alright, so both of these services allow you to create public repositories. But when it comes to Elastic Container Registry Service, then hosting public repositories is not always free. At the time of recording this lesson, both new and existing AWS customers get 50 GB per month of always free storage for their public repositories. If you exceed this 50 GB, then the storage of either public or private repository will cost you 10 cents per gigabyte per month. But for the latest pricing and conditions, please check the pricing page of Amazon Elastic Container Registry Service. Now, when it comes to hosting public repositories on Docker Hub, then at the time of recording this lesson, it is free. Which is why, in my opinion, Docker Hub is more widely used than Amazon Elastic Container Registry Service. Now, both services allow you to host private repositories as well. And when it comes to hosting private repositories with Amazon Elastic Container Registry Service, then at the time of recording this lesson, it costs 10 cents per 1 GB plus data transfer fees. And again, for the latest pricing and for the data transfer fees, please check the Elastic Container Registry Service pricing page, because by the time you watch this video lesson, there might be changes in the pricing. And when it comes to hosting private repositories with Docker Hub, then there are different pricing packages, but at the time of recording this lesson, you can host one private repository for free. Now, Elastic Container Registry is a service by Amazon, and this means that it is very well integrated with other Amazon services. For example, Elastic Container Registry uses AWS Identity and Access Management to control and monitor who and what EC2 instances, for example, can access your container images. And through IAM, you can define policies to allow users within the same AWS account or other AWS accounts to access your container images in private repositories. You can also further refine these policies by specifying different permissions for different users and roles. For example, some will have permissions to pull, while some users will have full administrator access. But when it comes to public repositories, then anyone in the world can access your container images that are stored in public repositories for a worldwide collaboration. Now, with Docker Hub for authentication, you can use password or you can use access token. And both services allow work in a team, and both services can scan your repositories for security vulnerabilities. And there are more features that both of these services provide for advanced users, but I'm not going to cover all of those advanced features in this course. I'm encouraging you to check web pages of both of these services to learn more and to make a decision which one of these two you'll prefer to use to host your container images. Alright, so let's continue to the next lesson.